Hi, my name is Oscar Andres Mesa. We are going to talk about the problems with Cartagena due to excessive tourism and informality. Cartagena, it's a Colombian city was found the young one. This is the in 1553. Cartagena is a city what's characterized by festivals, beach, and the Ciudad Amurallada that makes his a tourism attraction in Colombia, which makes one of the Colombian most iconic cities. This character was, is a crisis caused by the excessive tourism and informality. Also, the tourism is a key of the economic driver but is controlled to generate social problems and the other. These problems include about the reason of cost of living, wastel accumulation, increased the insecurity, and the proliferation of sex tourism. The local governments has attempted by the problems um, about the in the article from the El País, the uncontrolled tourism generates a lot of problems for the people who live in the city. There is increase in the price of food, housing, transport, and service. We also see the problems as the result of increase in the vessel, and we think that Cartagena got problems that they increment the sex tourists and the insecurity are about this problematic. Because for these problems, I'm going to from the perspective of the science administration student of the Pontificia Universidad General, I consider five alternatives. And the first one is the promoting sustainable regulated tourism. It's necessary to promote the sustainable, sustainable tourism practice to balance the economic, growing the environment, conservation, and the social well-being these problems. Um, I think the second is the formalizing the local trade and the entrepreneurship. This is important because it's a viable solution from the creation of the local cooperatives and associations that bring together to the informal workers and provide them with tools to formalize their activities. The third alternative is the creation of decentralized and local economics development because it's how administrator we can promote the public and private partnerships that develop the tourism projects with social impact, such as training for hearing of local from hotel, gastronomic, of cultural sector, and they can generate an positive impact. The fourth is the citizen education and campaigns to consent the people to see the impact of the sex tourism and the environmental degradation, but the tourists and residents. These campaigns can be included to the package on social media and the local media. We can for coordinate with companies in the sectors is they can work with the corporate social responsibility. The five is use data from strategic management. This data we can use to make effective decision, but alternatives who attack these problems. We can show tools but suit, pastel of this any other alternatives. And the conclusion is the from the science administration perspective, we have the capacity and responsibility to promote the viable, sustainable, and human solution to complex the problems, such as in controlled terms. Cartagena needs development strategies that combines economic growth with social justice. There is important from the correct uh, developed from the city, integrating all district entities and people to the city to generate the impact and promote responsibility to the controller tourism. Thank you for your time. There is all. Bye bye.